This is the story of two friends and college basketball maniacs who set out to Iowa City, Iowa to learn what Iowa basketball was all about. Sleeps! We're back on the road. Episode 2. Taylor, shut up. We are leaving Lincoln, Nebraska. 4-hour drive to Iowa City, Iowa. The Badgers, the Hawkeyes. I have long, for my entire life, Carter, long before I worked in college basketball, I have long stated that the Iowa Hawkeyes basketball program is a sleeping giant. For years in my Twitter bio, I said I was the future head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes. This program should demand greatness. Fran's gotten them close the last few years, but now I'm excited to see it from my own eyes.
You know what? I'm excited to see it, but I'm also scared because we hold this place in such high regard, Gregory.
First thoughts on Iowa City? Incredibly gray.
It is gray, and there's fog. I didn't know there was fog in the winter. We're fresh off the exit. We are 2 miles from campus, I believe.
Yep.
There's nothing. There's no initial charm right off the exit.
That's not a good sign.
That's alarming.
That's not a good sign. Our standards were high, and while our first impression might not have been what we expected, we were about to be hit with the charm of Iowa City, Hawkeye Nation, and Iowa basketball.
Welcome to Graduate Iowa City. Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the Graduate Link. Didn't see you there. Welcome to Graduate Iowa City, where the world is your playground.
Initial Iowa City impressions, quaint?
I think I'll say that. Don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge a city by the first exit that you get off to look at it, because this came out of nowhere. Okay, first of all, the streets were laden with yellow Iowa stickers.
We do like yellow.
And we love a town that supports their team.
It's a sleeping giant. The question is, how big is the giant? But it's definitely sleeping.
The question is, where's Carver?
Just realized this mirrors a big eye. That's big.
That's huge.
So it's about an hour and a half until game. We are running a little bit behind. If you watched our last episode, click this link. We just drove here from Lincoln today. It's about a mile drive to Kinnick. Or not Kinnick, Carver-Hawkeye.
Arena.
Mile drive to Carver-Hawkeye. First, we're going to look for a bar. Cold beverage.
Shout out to BJ Armstrong, by the way. Mitten made.
With only a few short hours left until tip-off, we yearned for a beverage. Luckily at Graduate Iowa City, you didn't have to look far.
Chris Murray's out. You think that'll do anything to the line? Because I looked at it this morning, it was 3.5.
Sounds like you're asking me for some up-to-date gaming news and developments. Know where you can get that?
Where?
GamingLawyer.com. RMC's daily news feed updates with the latest gaming news and developments every single day.
Oh, let me go ahead and visit that right now.
Chris Murray's out.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that. Can I play?
Luckily,
I kind of look Murray.
I was going to say, luckily I brought a 6'7" stretch 4 who has years of eligibility.
And does shoot 40% from 3 if you didn't know. If Fran gives me the rock, 25 to 10 tonight.
Iowa feels a lot more college-y than Lincoln. Like, this is definitely a college town. I'm excited. We got to go away a little bit to get to Carver-Hawkeye. We'll also get to see Kinnick and the baseball fields and all of that sort of in one place. This is a cute little spot. Like, there's a little alleyway here with some lights, a lot of random restaurants and bars. Like, I could see myself enjoying being a student here.
Oh, 100%. And I think you hit it on the nail with the college town. Like, this has a college feel. There's Iowa banners on flagpoles. The yellow's prevalent, okay?
It was all yellow.
It was all yellow. I mean, all we saw were blue lights in Nebraska. And a train when you're playing a Boilermaker.
Again, I don't want to look backwards because I don't want to make this all about Nebraska.
Okay.
We had an existential crisis with them. This is about whether or not Iowa is truly the sleeping giant I've said they are my whole life.
I think a lot of that rides on the fan base.
But I think the fan base needs something to get excited about, is where I'm coming from. Because I'll tell you what, like the infrastructure here, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in on it. Like this is a college-y town.
I'm picturing, and we'll probably have some clips on this episode. You'll see it. I picture this during that Final Four run for the Hawkeyes.
You know who doesn't picture this during a Final Four run? Iowa fans, because it's never happened, and they deserve better. They're a sleeping giant. If I have been the Iowa head basketball coach for the last 10 years, are they more or less successful than they've been with Fran McCaffrey?
Less.
Is that a me thing?
Yes, you don't have any sons.
Fran's better at developing National Player of the Years than me. I have 0 National Player of the Years under my belt. He has 2. But in like a tie game, 30 seconds left.
You've also made the same amount of second weekends as Fran.
We haven't talked about Wisconsin at all tonight.
Well, Brad Davison ain't walking through that door.
You know who is walking through that door?
Who?
One of my 5 favorite players in the country.
Oh, we get to see Connor tonight.
Connor Hesesian is going to be on court in just over an hour. Connor's a killer.
He's a killer.
Connor's Kyle Guy with more killer instinct.
He's a killer, but if you think that I'm going to go against Iowa on a Sunday, a day of the Lord and the family.
Not enough yellow.
Iowa Mules from Graduate Iowa City. Slack.
A lot of people say if you haven't been arrested in Iowa City, you haven't lived.
Sleepers have touchdown in Iowa City, according to some, and by some I mean Gregory, the sleeping giant of the Big Ten.
Iowa's the sleeping giant of the program. I've said it for 20 years. My Twitter bio, like 10 years before anybody cared about me or knew who I was future head coach of Iowa basketball. If I ran this program, we've been to 6 Elite Eights in the last 20 years. I don't run this program. They haven't been to a second weekend since I've been alive. Hopefully that changes this year. We need more yellow on this campus.
To Carver we go.
It was only a 10-minute drive from campus to the arena, and along the way, we pondered what it would be like to be Iowa students.
I would be an Iowa Red Hoops legend.
Can I get some student section Iowa takes?
I expect this to be a packed house with a raucous environment. From everything I've heard, Iowa is one of the toughest places to play in the conference. Honestly, it would probably rank toughest places to play in the country. It's a bummer we're going like on a Sunday night just because that feels a little sleepy in general. Like a Saturday afternoon tip would have been ideal for this. But I think they're going to show up and be loud as shit and get the Hawks a victory tonight.
We passed Kinnick Stadium and the infamous Iowa Children's Hospital before realizing that Carver-Hawkeye Arena was not what we expected.
Is Carver the Death Star?
Carver goes underground. Why aren't people talking about Carver going underground?
How are we just finding this out? I don't understand. Why didn't we know this?
It's underground. When Peyton Sanford hits a 3 tonight, it's happening like below sea level. So we got Wisconsin fans pulling up in a limo. This family of Wisconsin fans just pulled up in a limousine to Carver-Hawkeye Arena. I can only assume that's a business trip. You're here for a victory, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Sure.
Confidence levels high?
Definitely, yeah.
What
very
prompts
high.
a limo to Iowa for this game?
A fun Sunday afternoon.
I mean, can I join this family? This is incredible.
And huge Badger basketball fans, clearly.
Oh, we gotta love that. Prediction for the game, I assume a victory. But
9-2, baby, 9-2.
Connor Hesesian, my favorite player in the country.
Yes.
Our favorite player.
fave.
There we go. Well, good luck tonight, guys. Thanks.
There's no way a traveling team pulls up to Iowa City Death Star and thinks they're gonna walk in here and get a win.
It makes a lot more sense why they just keep churning out National Player of the Years now that I see it.
Look what they play in.
Now that I see it. So we were very concerned. There were like specific directions that the media parking was full and we had to find a lot on our own. We blew through a lot we were not supposed to park in.
But credit to us. we went and we admitted our mistake to the parking attendant.
We did.
And she said, "You two are dashingly handsome. It's okay. Go ahead." I'm not making that up.
And now we're across the street and we're in. This feels like the most Iowa thing that could have happened to us yet. We're going the wrong way away from where we're supposed to enter as media. And I'm like, how do we get to the northwest side? And he goes, there's a path. It's a dirt path. Be careful. So now we're looking for a dirt path that I think is up there, isn't it?
There's a difference. This is called wanting it, okay? This is nothing but will and determination.
Came out on the other side.
After narrowly surviving our near-death climb to the arena, we entered the Death Star, where we instantly were charmed by the sleeping giant that is Iowa basketball.
There's not a more Wisconsin warm-up than this.
Important note, Iowa wearing yellow.
Iowa by 8+.
And you ask why I call it a sleeping giant?
It's telling that when we walked in here, we couldn't immediately find the student section. I still truly don't know where it is.
This program is too good for this.
It is. This place should be filled.
I am unhappy.
As halftime arrived, we wanted to know what it was like to truly be Hawkeyes, so we went down to court level to find out for ourselves.
We are here with Justin, who I think can say he's the biggest Keegan Murray fan other than me. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think I'm the only one wearing a Kings jersey right now, so yes.
We have a colleague of ours at the Field of 68, Terrence Oglesby, has publicly hated Keegan Murray for months, said that he's going to be a bust in the NBA. Could you please give some words to Mr. Terrence Oglesby?
He's the most bust-proof player in the draft this year. He's an efficient scorer, plays defense. There's no way he busts. 0%.
Do we have any other Murrays coming? Because my co-host kind of looks like a Murray.
I'm hoping so. I don't know, but I'm hoping so.
We got Hawkeye legend Melsan Basabi in the house. Look, pregame at half. Do you like what you saw from the Hawkeyes?
I love what I see. It's a classic Big Ten game. Grudge match is a battle. We're going to pull out the win. Don't worry.
I mean, they're going to run away with it at some point. The three start falling, right? That's what happens.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to get the momentum going. Our guys play hard. They locked in, well prepared. It's going to be a win, for sure.
You feeling the love back in Carver-Hawkeye?
I'm always feeling the love in Iowa City. I love Iowa City. It was a 27-27 game. Kind of a barn burner. Iowa started pretty slow. Wisconsin's doing Wisconsin things. Backs cut galore. You know, the whole shebang. What are you looking for in the second half, G?
I think at some point Iowa's going to start making shots. I also think Wisconsin's going to be a little regretful they didn't pull away larger earlier.
And I also want to send a shout out to the beautiful play-by-play guys behind us. They've been killing it. I've been eavesdropping on all their calls. They're really doing their thing.
There's a burrito toss going on. If this comes within any 5 feet of me, I'm snagging a burrito.
I can be with that family over there.
Carver! The sleeping giant woke up!
Travel home safely and go Hawks!
So, at the end of the day, I was able to storm back from an 8-point deficit with about, 45 seconds left? About a minute left. We're able to force overtime. They came up short. Wisconsin with a road win in the Big Ten. This is a tough place to play.
Yeah, I mean, is it that tough?
It's the Death Star.
It was a Sunday night crowd in a really cool arena. I think you got to give credit to Wisconsin. They made really, really big shots late. Jordan Davis with the big three, not surprised because twin brothers excel here. Sleeping giant. I mean, this place continues to sleep. This place is absolutely asleep right now, and that stinks.
But one day, it will be awoken. Hopefully by Fran, but somebody. They'll wake it up.
If you give me the keys to this program, I promise you 3 Elite Eights in 10 seasons.
One thing that this guy will never dodge is a good poster piece of paper and a marker. What do we got here? Oh, was that a...
Sleeping giant, go Hawks, they are. Hire me to fix Iowa basketball, they should. A lot under construction right now in Iowa City. I think that's a good way to sum up the state of the program. We left that game as 2 sad Hawkeyes. But we had to remind ourselves, the most important thing was we were Hawkeyes. The one big question I have is, are there actually students that go to Iowa? Because the student section didn't exist, and there's no students out on campus at all.
Well, it's Sunday. Shouldn't students be studying and whatnot?
For what?
Education.
Smarter Hawkeyes than us hit the books. But for our one night in Iowa City, we hit the bars. But not without meeting a new friend first. You want to get down and pet the dog?
I kind of did.
You have very weird dog taste.
What's that? What is that? Why?
Just you're a big guy, you like little dogs.
I do.
That's weird dog taste.
We soon found Pints, a campus bar which we were sure was our Hawkeye destiny. But there was only one problem.
All right, we left. we left Pints. Unfortunately, bartender told us not to expect any food right now. He said, Sundays are tough. Not as tough as blowing an 8-point lead.
But like Luka Garza, Keegan Murray, and all the Hawkeye greats that came before us, when things didn't go our way, we adjusted and found a great Irish pub named Donnelly's and Insomnia Cookies to end our night.
Our fun day in Iowa City has come to an end. Would have liked to have been here on a Friday or Saturday, honestly, to see a little more life in the city. But all in all, great trip to Iowa City. Would recommend.
100%.
Would go to school here.
Oh, 100%. 100%. If I somehow do have, twins, they will be going to Iowa, and they will be the next Murrays.
And on that note, it was time to go to sleep in the Sleeping Giant.